Jurassic Cute fans, it's DIY time, and today we're going to be making this super cute unicorn. So let's get started. To make this paper unicorn, go to my website at jurassiccute.com and you can download this template that I've made for you for free. Just print it out on stock paper if you have it, so something a little bit thicker. But if you don't have thicker paper, that's totally fine. You can just use regular paper. And it's actually kind of cool because if you do it on regular paper, this is just what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be nice and wobbly because the paper is softer. So this one right here was a test that I did when I was first trying to figure this all out for you guys. So as you can see, it's very wobbly because it's just regular paper. It's kind of soft right now because it's been sitting around for a while, but you can adjust it a little bit and it just wiggles back and forth. After you've downloaded it and printed it out, this is what you're gonna have. So there's gonna be a few things to this. This is basically the base. Then this is going to be the headpiece. This is the body. And these are the accessories if you want to make exactly this unicorn that I'm making. The first thing you wanna do is go ahead and color it so that it's easier when you cut things out. So you can color it however you like. I wanna show you what I've done already for the one that I'm going to be making for you guys today. So right here on the horn, I used some glitter glue. And so like I said, you can decorate it and color it however you like, but I just wanted to show you what I did here, just to spruce it up a little bit. And I made this rainbow color because it is a unicorn, right? And right here on the body right here, these are the hooves. So I gave you a little dotted line. So that's where the hooves are going to be, and you want to color it in whatever color you want. And this one is going to be flipped. So what I did was I went to the back of it and I just added some color so that when you cut it out, the hooves will be blue when you flip it. But you can wait until after you cut it out to do that too. If you don't have a printer, I know a lot of you complain that you don't have a printer. I'm always making crafts that require a printer. And the reason I do make crafts that require a printer is because I love to give you these templates so that you can make it a little bit easier. But if you don't have a printer, what you want to do is I've given you the size right here. Just draw a rectangle. This is 6 by 3. And the head part right here is 1 5/8 inches by 5, and then the body is 1 3/4 by 6 3/4 inch. And all you gotta do is cut that shape out and just cut these rectangles out. And for this one, just cut out this curve right here for the legs, front legs and back legs. And then you can just draw the ears and the horn and tail however you like, as long as the ear and the horn will fit in this space right here. Okay, enough talking. Let's get started. So after you've colored it, let's go ahead and cut this all out. So before I finish cutting everything, I wanted you to notice something on the main part. Right here it says cut at the dotted line. So this little line right here is where I want you to cut into, but I don't want you, don't cut all the way across. Just stop exactly where the dotted line ends. So just cut straight in and just stop right at the last band of color right there. Just make sure you don't cut all the way through, and then just cut it all out. And the reason we have this is so that we can fold. I know it's a little bit complicated, but it just looked a lot better. So when I made the template for you, you're going to be able to put this horn right in the center. So just go ahead and cut this out now. Then the next thing I wanted to show you also is right here for the front and back legs. So like I said, if you don't have a printer and you're just able to cut out this rectangle, what's a lot easier to cut out this shape is just fold this in half, and you would fold it down straight, and then just go ahead and take your scissors and just cut out this U shape right here for the legs. But since I've already made a nice little template for you guys to cut out, why not, right? So just follow exactly. After you've cut out everything, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and take the ears and the horn, and you want to fold at the dotted line. So wherever you've colored on this side, you want to fold this little flat back. So just fold it at the dotted line. And same thing on the horn. Okay, so there you've got your horn. It's folded back as It's folded back like that. And so then the next thing you want to do is grab your glue stick and take this part right here, the mane. And we're basically going to add some glue to the horn right here. So let me get some scrap paper so that I don't dirty my table. And I'm basically going to put some glue right here on the horn. So on that little flap on the inside. And I'm going to tuck it. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. See where that little cut I made? I'm going to tuck this little flap inside. So right there. Sorry, my camera's up here, so I know it's maybe a little bit harder for you to see. But I'm basically tucking this in. So now the horn sits nicely in the center and just push down right here. And then the next step is we're going to take this head right here, head piece. And so a little tip is if you don't cut perfectly, you're gonna see these dark black lines from the outline I made. So you can always use the back side of it where you don't see the lines, and you can use that as your front. So what you wanna do is you want to go ahead and fold this into a curve, into a roll. So the tighter you roll it, the smaller your head's gonna be, and the bigger you roll it, the bigger your head's gonna be. So it doesn't really matter. I just want a nice little finger width maybe, so that I'm able to close it without it breaking apart. So what I like to do for this part, you can use glue, but I just like to use tape. It's a lot easier and I know it'll hold without popping out. So I'm just gonna get some tape right here and just tape it together. Because you won't see this part, so it doesn't matter. But once again, you can use glue if you want, if you don't have any tape. Okay, so I've got the head in, a nice little roll right here. And so then the next step is what you want to do is this is going to be your bottom where you taped it. So just make sure, just hold it like this so you know that's your bottom, and this is going to be your head, the top part. So this is the part you want to work with because that's going to be the part that shows. So let's take the ears and we're going to add some glue right on the bottom of this little tab right here. And we're just going to glue it to the top of this head. So once again, make sure the bottom, you're holding it so you don't get it confused. And the face is going to be about right here. So the ears will be about right here. It doesn't really matter. It can rotate, but you just want to make sure the part you taped is at the bottom. Okay, so now you have the ears in. Let's just put it right to the edge. And we're going to do the same thing with the other one. Now we're going to put this part right here in the center. That's our goal. So what we want to do is we're going to put a lot of glue right at the bottom. So you want to hold this. And don't worry about bending the horn. You can always bend it back. So a nice amount of glue right at the bottom. And we just want to take our head right here and just pop this right in the center, and it should fit right there. Before I draw the face, let's work on the body first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold at this dotted line, the hoof area. So this is going to be my front, or it doesn't matter. You can use the side that doesn't have the printed outline on there. So what I'll do is I'll use the other side so it's nice and clean. This is going to be my body, the top of my body that you're going to see. And so this is going to be my front hoof now, and I'm just going to fold this in this way. Fold it up. So whatever hoof side you're going to use as your front, you want to have it up. And whichever one's going to be at the back, you want to fold it in. So this is going to be folded in. So right at that line. Okay, let's put this on here so it's a little bit easier to see. But before we do that, let's add the tail. So remember, this is the front, which is folded in, and I see the color right here, and this is the back where it's folded back, so I don't see the hoof right here. And so my tail, my back is going to be over here, so I'm going to add this tail to this part. Let's come in here, and I'm going to do the back hoofs first. I'm going to come into this back hoof area and add glue. to the back of this hoof. We're going to do the back first. You can do the front ones first too if you want, but I kind of like the back first. It's just a little bit easier to gauge. So I'm going to center my hoof. So let's see here. Make it a little easier for you to see. So this is my back. I'm going to put the hoof maybe about 1/2 inch away from the ends, and I'm just going to stick it right in the center and just push it down. There. And then I'm going to flip this over and glue this part in. So I'm going to put glue on the bottoms now of this side. And I'm going to stick it down. So notice if you glue this closer in, the more arc you're going to get for your, oops, sorry. I mean, if you glue this part, your foot in a little bit more, and vice versa here too, you're going to create a much tighter arc. The further you put it out on both sides, the flatter your unicorn's going to be. So just play around with it and see what you like, and that's where you would put your hooves. Okay, now for the head. So the head's going to stick right here, and I'm going to kind of flatten it out a little bit so it's not so tall. Just going to oval it out a little bit. And then it's basically going to be right here. So you can tilt it however you like. If you want it looking up a little bit more, you can tilt it up or you can tilt it down, depending on what you like. So I'm going to say about right here. So it's kind of looking up a little bit. And then I'm going to come in here and draw some eyes. So before I glue that in, I'm going to attempt, let's hope I don't mess this part up. So I'm going to draw some unicorn eyes right here. So let's see here. You could do this also when you haven't cut it out yet, or you can do this now. So let's come about right here. And I'm going to draw some happy unicorn eyes. So come about right there. This part's always scary, right? Of course, you should use a pencil first, in case, because you did all this hard work and you don't want to mess up the face and have to redo everything, which is what I'm kind of afraid is going to happen because I was too lazy to use a pencil. So I'm just going to draw 2 little lines right here, and if you want to add some nostrils, you can. So I'm just going to come in here very lightly if you want. You can just add 2 little pink dots. Okay, so there, got the head in. Whew, I think I did okay. And I'm just going to stick this head right here. So you can kind of give yourself a little bit of body right there and just stick it up there. So you can use double-sided tape or you can just glue it. And that is pretty much it for this cute little unicorn. They're all done. I hope I made this project really easy for you guys to make. So make sure to go to my website if you want the template at drawsacute.com, and you can download it and put it all together. So this is the one we made today, right here. And this one doesn't wiggle. That's because I'm using the stiffer paper. So like I said, if you use regular paper, it will jiggle a little bit more, so actually that's kind of fun. So it's up to you. And this is the one I was making to test my template to make sure it would work. And so it's basically almost the same thing. And once your unicorn starts to sag a little bit more, you can always pull it back. Just bend it back in place and it'll pop right back up. And so the difference between these two are the eyes. So you can kind of see which eyes you like better. And before we go, I want to show you what else you could do. Why stick with just making unicorns, right? You can make all kinds of animals. These are the same ears that I use for unicorns, and I basically made a little cat. So it's the same concept, and this is the regular paper too, so it wiggles. Let's see if you can see it. Wait. And so this is my little cat, and if you liked how this one turned out, it's the same thing. Instead of hooves, it's little paws, and you can put stripes on there and make the little head however you like, and cut out this little tail. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, all the different kind of animals you guys can make. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope I made this paper project really fun and easy for you guys to make. I can't wait to make more for you guys, so I will see you soon. Bye bye.